This morning is the fact that Ain Farms Group has a big poultry expansion project. It's going to scale up to provide a quarter of our eggs. We are very pleased to be joined by the Director of R&D, Research and Development at Ain Farms Group, Milana Boskovic. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
So tell me about your expansion plan. How many eggs do you produce at the moment and how many are you looking to lay?
So yesterday in our very busy Gulf Food 2026 in Dubai World Trade Center, we have announced our plans to increase the eggs production. Currently, we are producing 400 million eggs in UAE locally, and within 3 years plan project, we will scale up to produce 550 million eggs in UAE. Just for comparison, for the listeners to the radio, this would be, if you imagine, 38,000 Burj Khalifa stacked upon each other.
I love that. What do you need to do to increase production like that?
So currently we are investing across our site in Ain. We are building and upgrading and modernizing 21 production houses for breeders of the eggs. And on top of that, we are also installing advanced production lines and equipment in the infrastructure that will enable us to upgrade and modernize those 21 production houses. Parallelly, we are also expanding our new storage facility in Dubai, Jebel Ali, that will enable us to increase distribution and efficiency and scale up also the volume that will come in the next 3 years.
Okay, so you say production houses, and we've had a number of people asking us this morning, messaging and asking us how you keep your chickens. Are they caged, cage-free? What happens to animal welfare as you scale up?
So locally, we have several production sites. Our chickens are not caged. We also have the organic and premium organic range, free ranges that we produce in our sites. Everything is very based on halal and sustainable farming. That also includes a very important point of animal welfare. The chickens are kept antibiotics and hormone free, so we can enable a very healthy nutrition for the consumers in UAE.
If you're increasing your production and you're increasing the number of production houses that you have, are you also increasing the number of chickens?
Absolutely. So this will ultimately also increase the number of the chickens we hold on site in order to produce that additional 150 million eggs locally.
Where do your chickens come from? Please don't say eggs.
We source the chickens across different sites globally, where they are coming at a very healthy nutrition rate and can produce antibiotics and hormone-free eggs and also meat.
Is there a particular type of chicken that thrives in the UAE environment? How do you go about choosing a chicken?
So that would be the white chickens we have on the hens, on the breeders and the layers. They are adapted to the climate, but again, it's not about the breed or the origin of the chicken. It's about the actual process of the sourcing and the processing, how we hold them on site and how we treat them with animal welfare standards.
What kind of investment are we talking for this?
So what both sides, what we are investing in production houses plus the warehouse, we are talking about the range of 120 to 140 million dirhams that will be invested in the project across the next 3 years.
And what's the ROI on that? How soon will that pay for itself?
So that will pay, I would believe, within a year or 2 years' time after the competition, because again, we are increasing the scale that will serve the local consumption. Currently in UAE consumers consume around 2 billion eggs annually. So by increasing to 550 million eggs, we will be supplying 1/4 of the egg consumption totally on the local market. This means that ROI will pay off very fastly, because again, this underpins our commitment to increasing the food capability and food security by supplying larger volumes that come locally from the UAE market.
What's your main competition in the egg market? Is it other UAE chickens? Is it eggs coming in from elsewhere?
So there are different players on the market. Primarily in the UAE, there is a lot of local players also in the eggs division. If we compare number to number, local versus imported, that would be around, let's say, 85 to 15% or 80-20. I wouldn't say there is one primary player as a competitor. There is a lot of imports that happen also across different sites globally, from Turkey, India, Brazil, and similar. However, local capability remains the core message that we are underpinning here, that we need to increase the capability in order to serve the UAE consumer.
My learned colleague, Salim, who's really coming out of his shell this morning, has a question for you, Milana. What's that, Salim?
First of all, yeah, Brenda, you've been great with those all day. I was just wondering, like, what will this do for egg prices? Can we expect cheaper eggs?
Well, eggs are one of the most affordable sources of protein that we have in UAE. Definitely, it will not increase in any way prices, but scaling up also will enable that we maintain the local pricing at the same levels.
Right, so they're not going to rise in price, but they're not going to fall in price.
Exactly.
What has the increase in UAE population meant for egg demand? What kind of increase in demand are you seeing for eggs year on year?
We see a massive increase in the range of, I would say, around 10% in eggs consumption. What is primarily important to notice there is the increase in the premium segment. Consumers are looking for premium value-added vitamin rich like Omega or lutein or other variants of enrichments in the supplement of protein. And secondly, also organic and cage-free, which speaks about the UAE consumer really paying attention to the animal welfare and sustainability.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. The Director of R&D at Ain Farms Group, Milana Boskovic. They've just announced that massive new expansion of their production for eggs and for chickens, as you would expect, although don't ask me which has come first in this particular equation. They are going to provide a quarter of our egg needs in 3 years. We love a bit of proxy data on the business breakfast. Celine, this is what we get up in the morning for.
Okay.
10% growth in egg consumption year on year. Do we look at that as a proxy indicator for population? Do we think that that might be a good indication of the rate at which our population is growing?
Well, it feels like more than 10%, so I'd expect it a bit more. But I think having more domestically produced eggs lays the groundwork for more support. See, I want to get one in there since
you're good.
You've been the master of it all day long.